Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
All right, day 18 of What's on Tap podcast, Advent calendar. Super social, super psyched. The triumvirate is together once again.
Yes.
Drinking the beers. Today we have a beer that Matthias brought.
We think Matthias brought it.
No, we're pretty sure. His
wrapping is so shit.
The wrapping looks like...
we are the worst. We are like squeezing our Christmas presents.
The thing is, with me, the wrapping is the least of your concerns.
Oh.
Because the content is going to make you happy.
Boom! Ooh, nice.
So it's a Tilquin Oude Mûre Tilquin à l'ancienne 2015-16
Exactly. That's right.
Nice. Well, it may look like you've been drinking heavily when you wrapped everything, but the rewards are quite sweet. Oof. Almost there. Whoa.
Oh, there's not enough carbonation in that. But
Puff goes the weasel.
I think
we're
we'll be
going to be just fine.
Wow, it lost a lot of color.
So tell us about this particular Tilquin.
Is Mûre plums?
It's Mûre is blackberries.
Ah.
Okay. Yeah, this did lose a lot of color then.
It's usually really like purple.
Yeah, this is almost the color of the barley wine we had the day before.
It's very amber.
Yeah. With zero carbonation.
It smells
Pretty much.
super nice though.
I can't wait.
I'll hold it there.
I'm stoked. This also comes in at a very ambery color. Ooh, the smell is quite aged.
That's a good smell.
It's got a dusty smell to it, yeah.
It's definitely dusty.
Funky, dusty berries.
Yeah, it's got that bit of that cheesy kind of smell to it that I feel like my tongue's going to curl on this one a little bit.
Yeah, faux cheesy.
All right, guys. Well,
I want to try it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that's sour.
I don't think it's that sour.
Well, the aftertaste is really sour.
Yeah.
It's mouth-watering.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mouth's definitely watering, but I didn't get that, like, kind of, like, puckeringness out of it. Because it's very clean, it's very easy to drink, but it didn't get, I don't think I find it overly sour.
It lost a lot of the berry taste.
Yeah, the berries are almost non-existent. I mean,
It reminds me almost more of like an aged gueuze.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's not bad.
It's not.
It has a great aftertaste.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's really tart, fruity. You can kind of like taste it on your teeth. Like it's kind of coating your mouth in really well, if that makes sense. Like, it's really good. But yeah, it's kind of some of the core essence that it had originally. It's missing quite a bit, I think. But that's okay too, because it's so good that I'm really glad you brought this for the calendar.
You're welcome.
And you said this one's from 2016? 2015?
15-16 season.
Yeah.
They always have 2 years on there.
So then it would have been mixed for 2016 then, or 2017? 2015.
It was blended 15-16.
Okay. So that would have come out in 2016.
Yes.
Okay. I'm trying to make sure I get the timelines right.
Yeah.
All right.
You're right. You're good.
Thank you. I don't always understand all these things.
That's okay.
So I turn to you guys, the experts,
Exactly. That's why we're here.
with your huge lambic cellars.
It's really going towards
so big.
Oude Gueuze
Yeah.
flavor.
If you just told me this was an Oude Gueuze, I would be like, this is amazing. I love this.
If we were blind tasting this, I would probably get it wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
It's a really good flavor.
I like it.
There's still a hint of
There's a hint of berries.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not as berry forward as it is when it's fresh.
Yeah. It's basically like in the aftertaste, you get that kind of blackberry tartness. But I don't know that if you hadn't told me it was blackberry, I don't know. I wouldn't be able to say like, oh, that's the flavor.
Yeah.
I just get that. And when you say, I'm like, oh, yeah, that is how blackberries taste.
But yeah, this is aged really well.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
So normally these things have a extremely long
Expiry
aging.
date.
2025 is
Yeah.
the. Would you want to save this to 2025, or do you think this is kind of?
Well, I think it would still be really, really nice.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the same beer that it would be when fresh.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's already not the same beer that it would have been fresh. So it would have been a good beer, but you think all of the fruitiness would have just completely dissipated. Now you'd be very, very hardcore into the Oude Gueuze style at this point.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, I'm happy I brought this.
Me too.
Num num num.
Can't wait to see what else you brought.
Yeah.
There's some other nice things in there.
Well, I'm sure there is. Everything so far has been really nice. I'm super excited about our calendar this year.
The entire calendar from beginning to now has been really good.
Yeah. It's not been like last year's completely shit box.
Oh my god, that was a nightmare. Oh, I feel so bad. I talked to the guys at Kiosk about it, and they were like, "Yeah, we feel bad about that." So
they should.
I'm kind of. I kind of almost want to get like this year, or at least I want to find out what this year's was like, just to see how it looks.
I'm never gonna buy a calendar.
No.
That's for sure. But
Although
I am interested or curious to
Yeah.
see if they listened to our feedback and if they improved it.
Yeah,
Because last year was abysmal.
it was rough.
Yeah.
That was.
But this beer is not rough.
No,
It's not
it's
abysmal.
not.
Yeah.
I am already now giving this a 4.5. This is
Nice.
great.
Yep, I'm gonna go 4.5 as well.
I am also gonna go 4.5.
Excellent.
We continue the tradition of both Christmas and
Agreeing.
you guys copying my.
That's how we roll. We
Ratings.
just let Martin go first, and then we can just don't have to think about what we're going to rate things ourselves. We can just go after you.
Yeah.
So it's much easier on everyone.
Yeah. Especially us.
Yeah, we don't have to think for ourselves,
Yeah.
and that's what we really appreciate.
Yeah.
So good.
You were such a good addition to this show.
Like a year ago with the bad Christmas calendar, I was still only a seldom addition
Yeah.
to the shows, but I did help with like 3 or 4 of the bullshit beers because
You did? Yeah, that's true.
You came in for
needed-
like half the calendar, and it was just like
you needed help.
that was.
There was
rough.
one honey book or something that was just dreadful.
Oh, it just tasted like hot trash. It was so bad.
I mean, when we got to like the halfway mark and basically everything had been shit, it was just like, oh, what kind of shit are we gonna get today?
Well, no, I think like the first 3 days were pretty good, but then it was just like hard decline after that, because then it was the Lindemans Cassis.
That was like day 5, I think.
Yeah, and then there was the 2 Samuel Smith beers that were just sugar water.
Yeah.
That means
Those are terrible. And it's actually sad because Christmas is supposed to be a very nice, relaxing,
Joyous.
communal, joyous time where you meet people you like and you spend a good time with them.
Yeah.
or family, whichever.
I said people.
We used to people you like
Or family.
or family.
But sharing good treats.
Yeah.
This beer is a good example. It's a beer that should be shared because it's great. Beer should be sharing, and Christmas should be sharing, and it should not be bad hot trash beers.
Exactly.
The Hancock beer was the
Right.
when the Rodenbach Grand Cru was like the highlight of the calendar. You're like, yes, and it's like,
But
this is a sad state of affairs, because I mean that's a great beer.
That beer is great.
It is a great beer, but at the same time, it shouldn't be the highlight of the calendar.
No, because you can get it at Systembolaget for like what, 25 crowns?
Something like that. Any day of the week. It's such an off the shelf beer that, like, when compared to all the other trash that was in that box, it was a nightmare.
So I want to say, even though we're not done with the calendar, I would love to do this again next year, because this is the way to do a Christmas calendar. I'm already calling it. Maybe you have only included hot trash for the remaining beers. Maybe.
Yeah. It's just like
it's all crisp from now.
how many styles of Spindrips have been released on the shelf. So
Next year's calendar is going to be shitty lagers.
yes, only Swedish lagers. Only 24 lagers from Hansa Systembolaget.
Well, that's easy. We can just get one of those cardboard boxes of 24 cans.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
Perfect. We can't do 24 of the same beer. That wouldn't be any fun.
Well, it's not supposed to be fun.
It's a chore.
Good point. All right. So until next time.
This podcast is part of the Pod Syndicate family. For more criminally compelling shows, articles, and conversations, head to wearepodsyndicate.com.